Welcome to Times Media and the St. Cloud Times Editorial Board endorsement interviews for the 2008 elections. The editorial board is the voice behind the Times Review, which appears daily on the opinion page and website. Board members are conducting this and other interviews involving races and issues on your 2008 Election Day ballot. Board members are Times Media Publisher and President Bill Albrecht, Executive Editor John Bodette, Opinion Page Editor Randy Krebs, Community Representative Dory Larison, and Times Building Manager Mark Hessler. The board has neither say nor involvement in directing Times news coverage. Similarly, Times reporters are not involved in this endorsement process.
Let's just jump right in with a quick 1-minute introduction of yourselves, and then you don't have to use all the time either. You can speak for less amounts, but you cannot roll it over either. So anyway, so with that, let's just start right in. Joanne.
Okay, well, thank you first for the opportunity to talk with all of you and for streaming this onto the web so that the public can see what we're talking about as well. As you know, I've been out door knocking for a couple of months and talking with voters about the issues. We've been through the district 1.5 times, and we're a couple of weeks ahead of schedule of going through a second time. I hear a lot of issues when I'm at the door, and one of them is, the question, why should I vote for you instead of your opponent? And, Steve and I differ in both substance and style. And so you'll be asking about the substance. I'd like to talk about my style, and my style is very nonpartisan. I work with groups of people with wide disagreements, and I'm able to help them forge an agreement and come to a positive solution that moves an organization forward. I've been doing that on the school board for 7 years, and I can continue to do that at the legislature. With me, you'd get a community-oriented leader who knows how to forge those agreements and not a partisan politician.
Steve.
Great, thanks. I also appreciate the opportunity to do this. I think it's more important than ever that people are exposed to the issues, get a chance to really vet the candidates and make their decisions. Many of you know I served 9 years on the St. Cloud City Council, working with a broad variety of people in a very open manner. I've served now 2 years in the state legislature. I'm proud to represent Granite Country. I love this community, and that really forms the foundation for my service to this community. I have really tried to set a standard for transparency and openness with town hall meetings and that sort of thing, and then have a proven record, I think, in the state legislature of working across party lines to get things done. I think you see that in the legislation that I've accomplished. We have some friends here right at the table. Larry Haws and I have partnered up on legislation, and so I think working across party lines is important. The tenure of politics in St. Paul right now is as partisan as ever, and we do need to change it, and I'm committed to doing that.
Joshua.
Good morning. Thanks for having me here today. First, I'm going to tell you a little bit about my family. I have a wife named Carrie. She's a registered nurse here at a clinic in St. Cloud. My son Hunter is 20 months old. We've lived in St. Cloud for about 4 years. My dad went to college here when it was still St. Cloud Teachers College, and filled me in on some of his stories from back then and how the city has changed since then. I work at Capital Granite here in St. Cloud, and it's great to be, as Steve mentioned, part of the Granite Country and be directly involved in that. I've owned my own business in sales and marketing prior to that. I've served on many different committees. I chaired a Chamber of Commerce. I serve as chair of the Health Partners Patient Council in Bloomington, where we get together with a bunch of different patients and actually focus on healthcare issues that are concerning the everyday patients. My time's up, so I want to thank you again for the opportunity.
Larry.
Good morning. I'm Larry Haws, and I think almost everybody in town knows me, and you'll find ranges of that. People love me, or maybe they dislike me a little bit. But when you're in business and you make decisions, you have that attraction. I always like to say that the ones that love me are right, and I will try to help the ones that don't try to get over it a little bit. People know me maybe because I was recruited as a coach in my early years and did that very successfully, moved to Park and Recreation Department, County Commissioner. Things that you might not know is that I've run a few of my own businesses as well. When I was in college, I ran a labor ready program with other students, and we did contract loading. I've been a manager assistant manager for Daycon Iron. I've been a freelance cartoonist, and now we have a couple wonderful family businesses. One of them is a certified organic business, which likes to be way too successful and consume our lives.